Hey, that's Steve. Please like and subscribe. And we got a 50 gold formation chest video just for you. All I ask is for no money. No, please don't send me no money. Please, no, please, no. I insist. Just click on the Devious icon and click on subscribe. Then we're all good. It's all free. Anyway, let's crack on. Okay, so let's do a wedge formation. And I did have to pause and think about, do I want to save these 50 chests and maybe they bring out another commander, even though there's no hint of it right now. They've only just brought out Belasarius, and just before that they brought out Eleanor of Aquitaine. Let's not mention that name. Let's not swear in public. But anyway, no. I've got my Joan of Arc Prime, I've got my Belasarius, and they both like skill damage to an extent. All right, so this is what we're going to do. Confirm. Okay, we've got one shimmering, obviously in the bottom row. Everything else, blah. Basically, if it's not shimmering, this is going to be a very quick video. Anyway, here we go. Blah. Blah. Yeah, basically. 2.5 archer attack. Nah, not really good. And obviously there's a mixture, so that's not ideal. Let's see what we got here. Devious. I don't even know what it is. Anyway, that's not bad. 2.5% more skill damage of all types. Obviously, what we're going to do... Where is it? Obviously, we're going to keep that for sure. Cavalry defense. Well, I wanted something for Cav. Maybe that'll be better than what... Well, it's definitely better than what I've got for Joan of Arc Prime right now. Yeah, 2.5% is really good. Actually, I'm very happy with that already. Even though the other rates are just nothing at all. Yeah, very happy. Okay, so infantry attack. Infantry attack 2.5. All damage 1.1. Okay. Not bothered about March speed. March speed again. Damage to barbarians. 6% more tingling. I'm joking. Okay, infantry 1.6. Cavalry defense 2.5. Okay. Listen, again, anything that doesn't have the inscription, I'm not that interested. I've already got something better. But yeah, 2.5. I'm very happy with that. Let's go. Another 10. The maximum is 10, obviously. To open. Okay, we've got two potentials. Okay, cavalry attack 2.3. Infantry defense 3.3. So I'm not going to use any of these again without inscriptions. Just go quickly through the main skill that I'm spotting. Okay, nothing. Okay, so striker, 1.5% more normal damage of all types. So obviously you're gonna attack and then counterattack, then a count every second basically. Every second you attack, and then every other second is going to be a counterattack. And that's saying you do 1.5% damage, more damage, every second. So it's not awful. It's not awful. Anyway, next we have archer defense at 3.4. No inscription. Okay. Retaliation. And cavalry as well, so that's going to be perfect for my Joan Prime. Be very surprised if that's not better than what I've already got. And another thing about this retaliation, this particular armament is that I'm going to be putting this on Joan of Arc Prime. So the fact that it does counter-attack damage, then potentially, I prefer skill damage, of course, but potentially because I want them to stick around and they may well get surrounded, maybe the counter-attack will do me good. We'll see what it goes anyway. Not bad. Cavalry health. I've already got better, and it's a shame that there's no inscription on this. Obviously, it's all infantry, even though it's at the very low level. But either way, a couple of potentials. Okay, let's go again. Now I'm thinking, oh gosh, I don't want to do 50. I don't want to do 50. Anyway, there's only one potential here. We will get to that. Nothing really. I'm going to do the top row this time just to keep us in suspense. Suspenders. Infantry health 1.6. Infantry attack and health 1.9. I've already got better. Infantry defense 2.6. Archer attack 1.6. Cavalry attack at blah 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 1.5. And Annexer, I think that's barbarians, some barbarian crap. Yeah, nothing at all this garbage. Cavalry attack 3.1. Archer attack 3.5. And the infantry health 2.8. Again, no inscription, so we're not going to spend too much time. Infantry attack 1.8. Archer defense 3.2. Real shame I didn't have something decent there, but it is what it is. Okay, let me just pause, because what I'm thinking is I really do have a lot of what I need for. Okay, let's take a little mini break. We're going to quickly do a quick aside, which I hope you don't mind. To look at my Joan of Arc Prime very, 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 very quick, and just see what could potentially be replaced with what we've already got. So I've got Ward, active skill, 5% less damage. Okay, counterattack, maybe. It's not exciting, but definitely to be considered. This one is defense 3.5. Oh yeah. That's gonna get replaced. Got the all damage 1.5, but I'd rather have 2.5% more skill damage and the cavalry defense. And that's the barbarian one. Guarded, was that today? No, I don't think it was. These ones? Yeah, basically. So we're definitely going to replace it with this. 2.5% more skill damage of all types. All types? Interesting. Isn't there one type? Interesting. Of sorts. Anyway, so what we've got at the moment is elite. Extra damage. And instead, nothing. There's nothing. So there's none of those there for the bottom left. Honors of Pantheon. I'm never going to remember those. It's going to be amazing if they beat this banner of Pantheon and look in the top right, because at the moment it's got 1% extra. 1% extra damage. Striker. 1.5% more normal damage. And I mentioned before, didn't I, about the attack and counterattack. I don't think it's strong enough. I think I'd rather stick with my, definitely stick with my War Flames. I'm just going to quick overall. Obviously, I need to transmute to make this skill better. I don't have any transmutation stones to do it right now. This one's not that exciting, to be fair, the Ward. Active skill, 5% less damage for 3 seconds. It's not bad. I mean, 3 seconds is actually quite a long time. Active skill triggers on obviously second number 1. On her tree, she gets 150 rage straight away, and I've got these other things in the tree, which means that she gets rage every second. You know what I mean? Or every attack, so maybe it will be every other second. I haven't looked at the reports recently, but it's going to be like 9 either every second or every other second, aka my rage is getting towards active threshold again, and her own active skill gives herself and others rages, in addition to. So what I'm saying is that active skill is going to trigger a lot, which means the 5% less damage is going to happen a lot more so than maybe others. So anyway, I'm quite happy with that, but I would replace it if it was like a skill damage thing. Let me have a quick look at Belasarius, just because I want to know if I should switch formation that I'm trying to aim for. Not Belasarius, I meant Sargon. I'm playing around with getting rid of my buffer debuffer, my Trajan Mulan combination, so I may well go back to it, and I've talked about best practice before. I'm just experimenting because that's what we do. Quick look at this, health 3.5. Yeah, that can be replaced potentially. I think I already know I'm going to do some more turns. Let's do some more turns. I don't want to go into Sargon because it's not about him, but it is about what it is about. Is these 20 gold formation chests at maximum in the wedge. A good kind of wedge, not to be confused with Wedge. Anyway, let's crack on. Obviously, there's only one in the top right that I'm interested in. Let's just quickly go through these. Infantry health 1.6. Archer attack 2.1. Garbage. I mean, they're all garbage without the inscription, really. You know what I mean? Unless I'm in the short term. And I'm not in the short term. Anyway, so infantry attack 3.2. That would have been amazing. Oh, very nice. Very welcome. The high end, as you've noticed, is in the 3s. The low end is in the 1s. The average is in the 1s. So it's obviously a bias towards getting something around about 1. Unless it's gold gathering, troop load, or some siege crap. And I say siege crap because this is not the formation for siege. You know what I mean? And I'm pace of play. I don't need siege, which I've said before. Anyway, infantry defense 1.7, and drum roll. That's crap. That's kind of like march speed by 2.5. That's blah. I've talked about march speed many times before. You know, you can run somewhere quickly, then what you're going to do when you get there, die. And sieges again, so there's nothing there. And finally, boop. Okay. Just looking at the name, bottom left, Olympia's Chorus Master. I can't remember which that was. Is that top left? And I'm not sure which one it is. You know, when you go into armaments, you got obviously top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right. I can't remember which one is, because I think we wanted top. I think we did want top left, maybe for Sargon. I'm not too sure. Anyway, so march speed, blah, for infantry. Archer health 2.2. Yeah, infantry defense 3.5, and as I said, anything in the 3s is definitely high end. Infantry defense 1.6. Archer defense 3.3. I'm gonna go for the glittery one last this time. Archer defense 1.9. Obviously still very low and no inscription, as I've said before. Cavalry defense 2.6. All damage 1.9. That's actually really not bad at all. And in combination with something in infantry, which I'm still an infantry main, even though these days I've got 2. Well, actually now 3 since I've gone back to Sargon. Use a placeholder. 3 infantry marches, 1 cav march with my very new recruit Joan Prime, and I've got my ZL Zhuge Liange representing the archers. So all damage plus infantry may well be useful for one of those 3 armies. Who knows? Infantry attack 1.6, and no, sorry, archer defense 2.8 is the best one there. And finally, drums. War hunger. I can't remember this one. Oh yeah, 1.5. 1.5% more normal. Of course, if that was on a what's it called again, Lui Che, then it's a bit more interesting than skill damage commander. But that's it. I don't know if I should really. Okay, let's go back. Listen, videos over there, so please like and subscribe unless you want to see, you know, where these fit in for my homies. Actually, I will do a quick review of what I've got because I'm really happy with what I've got. So this is my top dog. I was gonna say my top dog combo. It's gonna take quite a long time if I go through all of these thinking about it. Anyway, 8% because it is interesting actually, combo, and I got all these all mostly from the State Forum as far as I know. Anyway, so 8% bonus to all types of skill damage, 8% for 3 seconds. Obviously very happy with that. Devious, 2.5% skill damage. Focus fire, 4% boost to skill damage. It says skill damage dealt. I can only assume it's the same as the previous skill damage, but somebody else has typed it. Skill damage of all types or skill damage dealt. Anyway, let's move on. Brawler, 2.5% skill damage. That's my Guan. Then we're going to go to Lui Che, and obviously it's a different formation. It is the arch formation. There you go. Ward, 5% less damage for 3 seconds when an active skill is used, so that can be replaced. Similar to the argument I made earlier for Joan Prime, but obviously Joan Prime's active skill is going to trigger far more often. Even Knievel, when you see we look top right under description and under Horn of the North, even keeled, whatever it is, even Knievel. Don't worry about it. And that means it's going to be really good, apparently. The troop gains 1.5% boost to normal damage dealt. Whenever the troop launches a basic attack, it also has a 10% chance to reduce all incoming damage by 5%, but also deal 10% less skill damage for the next 3 seconds. And as I said, he doesn't even do skill damage. So I guess that means on the enemy deals 10% less skill damage. Anyway, we'll take it. Deflector, 3% less skill damage of all types. Takes 3% less skill damage. And they got the double inscription. Deals 2% extra damage when it has over 50% of units. And an extra 3.5% health. Wow. That must have been a good day to get, obviously, the double. You want to double up. Double up. And obviously a gold one is meant to be like top. From what I can remember. 5% boost to skill damage dealt when dealing direct damage to a single target. The damage is not 5%, it's the 10%. Otherwise, it increased by 2%. Now, I'm guessing that's when it says that, it must mean... I don't know. Let's move forward. This video is long enough. How long is it? 16, 17 minutes. Wow. Whenever the wielder's troop launches any type of basic attack, it gains an extra 2% rage for every 10% of units lost. So when you got your tree sorted out, talent tree obviously, you lose 10% of troops for every, and then you get to rage every other second at worst. Any type of basic attack. So I guess that's attack and counterattack. There's two forms of basic. There's surely 2 forms of basic attack. So 2 rage a second, then you lose another 10%. Then it's 4 rage a second. Basically, Vengeful is very interesting to have. Elite, 1% extra damage. Assertive, 2% more damage whilst on the map, which is basically saying when you're not a garrison. Not worrying about garrison here. Not worrying about garrison. Okay, so this is with the situation, and again, listen, the main part of the video was just about the chests. This is just about what accessories I've got and what I might well replace. And since we're here, we can have that debate right now. Okay, so health increases health by 3.5, and also we've got defense 1.8 and all damage 1.2. Swift is going to be some, march speed. Nope. Retaliation. I remember getting that one. I got that one today, didn't I? 2.5% more counterattack, but obviously it's heavy for cavs. Obviously I'm not thinking Sargon, I'm thinking Joan Prime, but maybe I'll think about that a little bit later when we get to her. Bellicose. I don't like these percentage-based buffs. 10% chance to get a 5%. It says 90% chance that you don't get that 5%. But it is on every kind of basic attack, so it's not awful. It's definitely not awful. And I do wonder if they do rank, they being rock, rank all these in order, but can't be if March speed is number 1, because surely that would be number 1, Bellicose. Surely that would be above March speed, but you know, opinions are like, you know, the other thing, everybody's got one. Yeah, and if you look towards the bottom of this one, Phalanx, damage factor 100, it's not worth bothering about. Anyway, and Tremors, I was going to move on. Damage factor 100, bottom right. Let's move on. Robust, health 3.5, and loads of infantry boosts, health, defense, and attack in the 2s. That's you've seen how many 1s there are. So to get something kind of like mid-level 2 is really not bad at all. And even more health, which my computer brain tells me is 6.2% more health. That's pretty damn good. But that's got 3.1 and the defense and all damage. So that's a tough one, but I'll probably stick with what I've got. Gosh, we've gone through 1. Respite, when it's hit with any type of basic attack, it has a 10% chance to take 10% less damage for the next 2 seconds. It's got a lot of attack, decent defense, and all damage. But this is a weak inscription for the reason I just said about percentage-based buffs. See what else there is. Armored. Defense 3.5. And all damage. No. Annexer. That's barbarians. That's a no. War hunger. 1.5% more normal damage of all types, aka attack and counterattack, as I've said. Yeah, probably more for Joan Prime. Did I mention that before? I can't remember. Seems like I'm talking about the same things. Maybe I did. Yeah, I would have done. Yeah. I did, didn't I? What's the skill again? Respite. 10% chance to reduce damage by that. Yeah, that's not enough. Any type of skill damage. Skill damage is going to be very infrequent, isn't it? And have a 10% chance of reducing that infrequent damage, even though it is by 20%. It's not enough. If it was by 30% or more, it would be enough for me, but, you know, not right now anyway. Maybe on a different day. 3.5% defense. Basically, I look like I'm going to find horses march speed. Yeah, skill damage based again, aka low odds. I think we're gonna stick. Alright, I got 2 rapacious, 1.5% extra damage, and shielded, which boosts our defense. And I've got the attack and I've got the defense. I think we're gonna stick where we are. If you look bottom right, I've got 2 out of 10 more transmutation choices. Yeah, I'll just wait until I get more of those transmutation stones. Desperado. 2% less damage when it has under 50% units remaining. I think it's going to be striker. More normal damage. 2% less damage of all types. That would be when we get under 50%, which means tankiness towards the end. 50%, you know. I think I'm probably going to stick more so than twist. And I notice that I've just got this one, haven't I? This one meaning the armament. So I'm going to lock it. I'm going to lock all the ones that I've got at the gold level. Just in case Rock changes the meta somewhere going forwards. I'm looking at the video, recognise it's 23 minutes, but I think it's interesting, so hopefully it's useful and interesting to you too. I went past Galoping, that was March speed. Metallics, defense 3.5. Just don't think I'm going to do it. But I do like the infantry health on top. But it's only 2%, but I think we're going to stick. We're going to stick. And finally, we're just going to double check. AKA, we've already checked once before. And look where she is, 5-2-2-2. In terms of, look bottom right, in terms of the skills. Obviously, we're going to try and build her up as soon as possible. It's a very, very quick aside. I will come back very quick, trust me. But I got Belasarius today. So, yeah, I'm going to get this first skill for him. Up to 5-1-1-1, and then I'll crack on. But yeah, I think all these skills are useful to some extent. We definitely need some tankiness, so I'm looking forward to this defense bonus, and most of all, possibly this skill damage reduction as well. But you know, any of these really, even this attack bonus of 30% ain't too bad. But yeah, definitely need some tankiness. And that will keep the person that he's paired up with, Joan of Arc Prime, alive longer. So yeah, defense and skill damage. reduction would be preferred. Anyway, yeah, just the last check. Ward, active skill takes 5% less damage. And I've definitely talked about these before, haven't I? Maybe just a few moments ago. Swift, retaliation, 2.5% more counterattack. 5% less damage. See, whenever, and I said before, it's going to do a lot of active skills, but 2.5% more counterattack damage of all types. And the attack, defense, and health. I'm going to lock this as well. Top right, locked. Lower end 2s. That's kind of like mid level. It's hard to get a 2, especially 3 2s for cavalry health. It's got that defense. Oh, I don't know if I can dodge that 5%. 5% is a lot. That cooldown's meaningless. Whenever you use an active skill, 5% less damage and there's a cooldown of 5 seconds. Well, it's definitely going to take longer than 5 seconds, surely, even with the tree and everything I talked about earlier in this video, to have another active skill triggered, right? You'd think. I'm going to keep it as it is. But I say that Retaliate's definitely interesting. Let's have a quick look at the others. Bellicose. No, 10% chance. That's worse than what I've got now, which is certainty. Phalanx. Yeah, shield of 100. I think I've done these, haven't I? Yeah, I've already done the others. Let's move on. Devious. 2.5% more skill damage. I don't think I'm going to beat that. Defense. That's Barbs. 1.5% normal damage. And the cavalry. See, I can't really shift from this, can I? 2.5% more skill damage when she's an area of effect, chica. You know, lady. Can't do it. I've got to work on this. I've got 10 transmutation chances. I can use just one, at a time. And let's just say I haven't got any, but if I did, then I'd probably do it right now just to kind of boost the video. But yeah, I'm going to stick with what I've got, basically, long story short. But War Hunger is definitely not awful. I'm going to lock it, as I just did. Guarded. Yeah, when it takes any type of skill damage, 10% chance to reduce that damage by 20%, but it's only 10%, so 90% chance that it won't. And I was thinking about this as well. When you've got a skill damage, an active skill that triggers for 3 seconds, surely if you happen to be silenced in that first second when it's meant to trigger, then you won't get the other 2 seconds. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's going to be, isn't it? It's not that the first second's erased, but you'll get the remaining seconds, or whatever the time that you silence, but you'll get the rest. It has to be triggered, surely. Anyway, just thinking aloud. And we'll never know, but yeah, logically we'll probably say that. Final horse, that's going to be March speed, embattled. Yeah, the 10% chance of 50 rage again. That's it. We're getting towards the end. Elite, 1%. We deal 1% extra damage. It's infantry otherwise, and obviously she's a cav. There's no inscriptions on the rest. It's going to be very quick. Let's move on. We'll stick where we are. And the War Flames, yeah, that was 1% extra damage. We have March speed, but I'm not bothered about that. We've got 10 whole transmutation chances, which I'll try and do when I can. Striker, 1.5% normal damage. Yeah, I've definitely thought about this before, haven't I, in this video. Galoping, that's going to be March speed. Metallics, defense. No, it's not going to beat that, is it? It's not going to beat the extra damage of all types for 1%. We'll take it. That's 50 gold chests, and I guess indirectly an analysis of all my armaments and the strengths and the whys I've held on to things, and I hope that was useful. You know what to do. All I ask in return, please, if you got anything from this, is click on the icon, the Deck Heroes icon, click on subscribe, completely free, gives me all the encouragement No finances, just give me the encouragement and I can continue making amazing videos with great energy and great content for y'all and us all. Please like, subscribe, let Steve, and I am out.